Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Probably gonna play at least an hour, possibly more, depending on how I feel. Pretty sleepy today. Against a race in the 3-bet, pocket 8s here is normally a fold, but those two players like pretty loose aggressive, and then I never same this guy, so we're actually gonna put in a 4-bet. And here he just jam, it's like automatic. Pretty good start to the session. Here he flat call our 4-bets. This is a pretty good flop for 8s. If he has like ace king with the ace of diamond, he definitely gonna continue. But we're just gonna do a small c-bet just to see what he has. If he just have like ace king no diamond, he'll just fold. On this turn, if he has like ace king, he pick up extra equity, and then he's never folding like ace king with ace of diamonds, so we just check behind here. We're only beating ace king here. If he had anything else, we're losing, so we're just gonna check behind. We river the set, which is like obviously the best scenario. Here on this flop, we're just gonna flat call king queen. I'm trying to think what sizing should we use here? I think he has a lot of like ace king here. If not, probably like pocket 10s. So we can't bet too much. If we bet too much, it's just gonna fold. This is definitely not a spot we just over jam. So we just bet like 50, and then I think that's a sizing. Pocket 10s would call. And he did instant call. I expect to see a lot of pocket 10s and pocket 9s. He just have jack 7. That's kind of weird. Like I say, like he's the loose aggressive fish. So whatever he does doesn't surprise me. Good thing we suck out though, because it would be really suck for us to lose to jack 7 there in a 4-bet pot. I'll be pretty pissed. Here a race and a 3-bet. Definitely gonna put in a 4-bet with aces. And here facing this overbet, he only has $40 behind. I just don't see him doing this with like a strong pocket like aces, kings, and queens. I just don't see him betting like this. Here just gonna do a small c-bet and then get it in on the turn. Yeah, I just don't see him doing this with a big pocket pair, so we might just jam here. I think we will see a lot of ace king, ace queen. If he has like a over pocket pair, then so be it. But a player like with the fish tag and then really loose, I just cannot give him credit for a over pocket pair. And then we are never calling to fold on the turn for a $40 more, so we're just gonna jam. Hopefully he has overcards. He does, and then hopefully we can hold. And we did. That's pretty nice. I mean, over there, if he has like pocket aces or kings or queens, I don't expect him to just bet over the pot, because it doesn't make too much sense. He only has $40 behind. If he wants to bet with the aces and kings, he probably bet like half pot or something. Maybe like 2/3 the pot, or 75% the pot. Like over the pot just don't make any sense. Here with second pair and the diamond hits, he checked the flop, so I'll expect him to have a lot of like queen jack, queen 10 with the queen of diamonds, so we're definitely gonna call this turn and then proceed the river. Pretty good river, we probably call him down. He overbets. I think he either have like something really strong like a set or 2 pair. or nothing. Like I don't think he's checking a flush draw on the flop, and then I definitely don't think he's checking a king on this kind of board. So we're just gonna call. He does have the not flush draw. I mean, not flush. That's kind of suck, but he has a lot of bluff there too. So even though like our call didn't work out there, it's gonna work out like some other time. Here on this board, we're just gonna bet like pretty big. We should make a note about that guy. Check not flush draw as pre-flop raiser and over bet river with not flush. I mean, at the end of the day, it was still a small pot, and then I think he'll be bluffing there like quite often, so I really don't mind the call. We just have to be like right about like 40% of the time there, maybe like 35% of the time to make that call profitable, which I think is more we're good there more often than 35-40% of the time, I think, with the way the hand played. For deuce, we're just gonna fold. Doesn't play that well. Here Jack 9 offsuit is normally a call, but this guy is like super tight. He only raised like 9% of the time, so we're just gonna fold. Gonna give him more credit for a stronger hand. King Jack we can 3-bet here. Folding is fine as well. Flop top here, top kicker. Definitely gonna put in a raise, especially against a small c-bet. Here we got 3-bet by the button. With the ace jack, calling is fine. 4-betting is fine as well. This guy already 4-bet, then that leaves us with no option but to fold. A9 suited, we're just gonna put in a 3-bet here in position. Here, A9 in the small, A9 suited in the small blind, facing cutoff open. Definitely gonna put in a 3-bet. Here, we're just gonna do a small c-bet. I expect a lot of fold here. And here, with middle pair, we'd definitely check calling. Oh, he barrel again. We're probably just gonna call again because this board has a lot of draw. He can have like King Jack of diamond, King 10, a lot of like diamond draw. We're just gonna call and see the river. Diamond gets there. He has a pretty good card to barrel. We're just gonna barrel. If he calls, that means he has an ace. We just have to give it up. I'm thinking if we can wrap the flush here. Actually, we're just gonna check fold. I think he can have a lot of flushes here. And here we just pick up the pot with the second barrel. We're definitely not calling that. Against a weak player, we're just gonna isolate him with Queen 10 offsuit. It doesn't really matter like what we have. Like anything playable, like we're gonna raise there. And he checked, definitely putting a small C bet. And then he raised to 53. If we have a heart, we can consider calling, but without a heart, and then he only have like 110 behind, we're just gonna give it to him. Nice bet. This guy should be like a weaker player because his raise sizing is just not optimal. Like it's funny how you can just tell somebody's not as potent just by looking at his raise sizing. Queen 10, we're just gonna fold. Here with middle pair, we're gonna do a small C bet. Actually, I've been C betting quite often, so yeah, we have to bet this though, I think. On this board, it's just kind of mandatory to C bet. Here, Ace Jack facing 3 bet. We're gonna put in a 4 bet here. I expect a lot of fold. And he dunk bet to us on the turn. Not exactly sure what that means. We're just gonna fold. He's saying that he has Queen Jack. That's the only thing that makes sense. Here, we're just gonna put in a small C bet, and then possibly just give up the turn. Got called. Here with the Gasha, we're just gonna put in. Actually, we're gonna check behind here, just to balance our checking range a little bit. Here, we're just gonna fold. Once he checked the second time, we're just gonna start betting. Pretty flat for jacks. Just do a small C bet. Here he played it really tricky. I feel like he could have ace king here. But we can't really wrap much once we check the turn, unless we just jam. I'm gonna bet pretty big here. I think we're just gonna give up here. He can have a lot of ace king here, but if we want to take away this pot, we have to jam. And then I'm not sure if he's the guy who's gonna fold like pocket jacks here, pocket queens or something. I just don't think he's ever folding if he has a real hand. He has jacks. I just don't think he's folding jacks there. Here with the not flush draw, I'm just gonna check just to balance our check range a little bit. We're just gonna call against this particular player. Sometime we'll check raise, and then flush gets there, we're just gonna check again. Here with the 7-8 suited, we're just gonna put in a 3 bet. River pair the board. I think he has. We're just gonna go for a check raise. Actually, I don't think he has that many both. He checked behind. We probably lose value depending on what he has. Here we have open-ended straight draw. Definitely gonna do a small C bet. Curious to see what he has. He has Queen Jack. We definitely missed the bet. We can bet like maybe like 20 on the river and should get a call. But that's the thing, like on risk we have to take sometimes. Here we got raised. We're just gonna fold ace queen here actually against under the gun +1 raise 3-bet. Here we're definitely not gonna fold, especially with the backdoor of spade draw. I'm just thinking if we should put in another raise. Probably just gonna call here. And then check it to him. He does check behind. With pair 8s, I think we kind of have to bet here. But the problem is he might have Jack 10. So this might not be the best idea to bet. He definitely can have a lot of king, queen, queen, jack. That might fold to a bet. But I feel like he has a lot of Jack 10 here as well, so we're just gonna check. And then I expect us to basically lose here all the time. I guess he was just making a play on the flop. Because with his bluffing raise range, like Jack 10 is definitely one of them. So, and then Jack 10 gets there on the river, so basically if he was bluffing, he'd get there on the river. So we actually don't beat anything, but he was just like... I don't know why he raised the flop, it doesn't make any sense with his hand. Especially the way he decided to slow play ace king, and then just all of a sudden decided to start raising when he flopped nothing. Like, that makes no sense at all. That's why he was a tag fish. Good for us though. Here we have the nuts. Definitely gonna start betting. Against the same player who did a crazy ace king raise for no reason. I expect him to like raise here sometime with like air. Hopefully he has something, you know, really strong though, because we had the nuts, but unfortunately he doesn't have anything. Here with middle pair. Definitely gonna check call. Turn trips. Gonna start betting. Ace 5. Gonna put in a 3-bet with ace 5 suited here. On this board, we're actually just gonna check fold. Just gonna give up. Sometimes c-betting will work, but like we've been c-betting like almost all the time. Our c-bet rate is like way too high this session, so I want to lower it. Pocket 5 we're gonna play is a 3-bet, but we have been playing against this guy quite often. I think he won't give us credit if we 3-bet him, so just fold. Ace king definitely a 3-bet. I'm gonna make it a little bigger because we are a little bit deeper. Here ace 5 definitely gonna defend. 3-betting is fine as well. We turn to 3. Don't see a reason to bet though. Here just gonna check behind with 7s. This is a pretty bad flop. And we got rivered. A pocket jack definitely putting a 3-bet. And here, when we check the second time, we're just gonna start betting. Pretty good flop for jacks. I'm gonna say bet a little bigger here, because obviously jacks need more protection. If we have like aces, we can go for like a smaller c-bet. If he's raising here, I don't think we're ever folding, because he can have a lot of ace 10 played in the same way. It's a pretty good turn for us, because if he has like 10-8 and we beat that right now, so we just have to jam here. Of course, we might run into pocket 10s and pocket 8s sometimes, but we're never folding against that anyways. Got snap call. Yeah. When we get snap, like he has like half a set here, which is fine though. Like we're never folding on that flop. It's just unfortunate that he hit the set. We have been running into like sets like super often in the past week, but we still managed to be like break even, which is pretty good. I think we ran into set like our aces, kings, and queens ran into like our over pocket pair ran into set like at least like 10 times in the past week, which is like a lot. So we definitely haven't been like running pretty hot, but can't complain. Like even running like shit, we're still kind of break even up a little bit. This guy doesn't fold to that much c-bet, so we're just gonna check here and see what he does. Here definitely gonna barrel, and here facing a 3-bet and 4-bet. Jamming is the option here. I don't like calling because there's somebody behind us. Yeah, I think we're just gonna jam because his 4-betting range is pretty wide here. Of course, we're gonna run into like aces, kings, and queens sometimes, but you know, nothing we can do. And here, he checked the 3rd time. Ace king, and then we don't win. We lose the flip. Here, I actually think we're just gonna check behind here. I don't think he's calling the 3rd street. It was unfortunate that he had a real hand there, because he'll be doing that with a lot of air. But yeah, we still have 55% equity against Ace King anyways, so it wasn't that bad. Here, just gonna do a small c-bet. Definitely gonna 3-bet with Ace King. Here, we're just gonna fold. Not a good call to barrel, just gonna give up. Here we flop an ace, definitely gonna continue. King Jack off facing a 3-bet. Russian guy. I'll probably just fold here. Suited definitely a call. Definitely gonna open with King Jack suited. Here facing 2-player, we're not gonna put in a c-bet because nobody's ever folding an ace here. King Queen here is okay to 3-bet. Folding is fine as well. With this guy calling, we're leaning more towards 3-betting. And here ace is facing a 3-bet. This guy has a 2% 3-bet range, so I expect him to have like a strong hand. So we're just gonna put in a 4-bet and get it in. Super neat. When he 3-bet under the gun raised and then he has a 2% 3-bet rate, he's almost having like ace king, those type of hand. Here king queen facing a 4-bet, it's an easy fold. I don't really like this flop because we block ace king so hard. I mean he's almost never calling with like kings and queens. I guess just go like super small c-bet and then see what he does. I expect a lot of fold. And here with the top pair and gacha, we're just gonna do a small c-bet. He raises, so we're just gonna get it in. I think he has ace king and probably drawing dead. Gonna wait a little bit and just get it in. We flop the nuts here. Here. We're gonna check behind anyways. And here we have the nuts. I guess he was just making a play because our small c-bet looks weak, and then he just want to make a play with like kings or something. Gonna start like betting small. This bet doesn't make sense because if he has like king and queen, if king and queen helped him, he probably wouldn't call the flop unless he has specifically queen jack. But queen jack is not betting this river, so I think we have to call and looking up. Oh shit, he had a flush. What? Oh, he had a straight. Holy shit, flop a straight. Okay. Here, facing river check raise. This is obviously good for us. We're only losing to ace-9. And I don't think he has ace-9, hopefully. We're just gonna jam. And then hopefully he has like pocket 9s or pocket 8s or pocket 6s or something. It's terrible river for him, but good for us. A pretty good river. Just gonna check and expect to win a lot. Facing somebody who 3-bet 17% of the time, we're just gonna call with 7-8 suited. And play out of position against a Fisher player, which is fine. Open this straight draw, check calling. Check raising here makes no sense because he has a lot of AC in his range. So check raise doesn't really work here. Once he check the flop though, we can start betting the turn. And we take it down. Turn a flush draw, not flush draw. We're actually just gonna call here because I'm not sure what we can wrap when we raise pre-flop and then check the flop. I guess we can only wrap like pocket jacks, but we're just gonna call. See a turn. And here we're gonna just call with ace queen suited just to balance our calling range a little bit. We're just gonna actually check behind. I expect ace high to be the best hand here quite often. He has jack, but he was never folding that though. Here with the gacha and backdoor flush draw, we're just gonna go with a small c-bet. And here, obviously we're check calling with ace queen. And check calling again. Only losing to ace king, ace 10. I don't think it's raising mid position with ace 7 or ace 6. It's possible, but it's not likely. I'm just gonna check. Against that bet, I think we have to call. He can have ace jack here. It's just the sizing is just way too small, and then we underwrap our hand so much. So obviously he could have ace king and ace 10, but we're still gonna call because it's too small of a bet. Ace king, nice hand. Pocket 10's definitely gonna 3-bet. Jack 10 suited. If you want to play, you're gonna 3-bet, but against mid position open, it's a little bit too loose. Pocket 10's facing 4-bet. Definitely not folding yet. We're gonna call and then just play a flop. That's a pretty bad flop. Probably just gonna fold. Yeah, it's a pretty bad flop for pocket tens. Just gonna fold. We should probably bet a little more because he's a little bit deeper. I think this is a mistake. Good thing that he just folded. I should bet like 30 there. Wasn't paying attention to his stack sizing. That was definitely a mistake. C-bet was way too small when he's that deep. Good thing he just folded though, so our mistake didn't really cost us. King Jack facing a 3-bet. We definitely gonna call and see a flop. It's kind of like a big 3-bet though. I think yeah, it's more than 5x. Actually, we're just gonna fold here. Sizing was just a little bit too big. Feel like he has something really strong. Here we're just gonna check behind with ace jack. Turn a gut shot. The game is kind of crazy today. Everybody's like 3-bet happy. Here we're gonna start betting a little bit. Yeah, just gonna fold. Mid pair with the second not flush draw, definitely good enough to c-bet. I don't mind checking here as well. Definitely gonna barrel, and then if he call this turn, I'll putting on an ace. Against a fish player, like I'll never like, I'll almost never call in small blind, but big blind is a fish, never 3-bets, and then under the gun raiser is a fish, so we're just gonna call and try to try to flop a set. Unfortunately, we don't get there. It's because mostly because big blind never 3-bets, so I'm not too worried about being squeezed. I'm just gonna check fold. This guy seems like a pretty weak player. mid 3-bet definitely a sign of a recreational player, weaker player. Definitely gonna call. Mid pair with the backdoor flush draw and backdoor straight draw, depending on how much he bets. Here we flop open and straight draw, but with 3 clubs out there, our hand's not that valuable. We're just gonna check. And we're probably just gonna fold here. The first clubs gets there. We can obviously go for a bluff, but we're just gonna check it to him. Here we're gonna do a c-bet with mid pair. Here we're just gonna fold. Not the greatest flop with ace king, but not the worst. Gonna do a small c-bet, see if we can just take down the pot. If not, we can always try to hit our ace and 10, ace and king on the turn. That's actually a really bad turn. A lot of draws gets there. Just gonna check behind. I was gonna say we only beat flush draw. Now flush draw beats us as well, so we're just gonna fold. Whatever he bets, we're just gonna fold. We don't beat anything. Pocket deuces. Definitely gonna barrel when we have trips. I expect this guy to have a lot of pocket pair here when he call. It's deuce, we're just gonna see a flop. Here, just gonna go for a small c-bet, and if it's call, we're just gonna give up. Turn a jack. Here, he checked to us. We're gonna try to bet and take away the pot. Here we got checked again. We're just gonna start betting a little bit. 8-9 gets there, but that's the only hand pretty much. Pretty safe river. He could definitely have some 8-9. I don't know if he would check though. I feel like he has a lot of busted flush draw. Can we get more value from 10? That is the question. Let's try. I think 30 is the perfect sizing for a 10. And here 7-8 suited, we're just gonna see a flop out of position. He does raise, that's kinda awkward. We probably have to fold here. I just don't think he's the player that would make this play. I'm trying to think what he has though. Here's really brutal spot. Yeah, I just don't think he's doing this as a bluff, so we're just gonna fold, unfortunately. Probably should have just checked behind, but we went for value, so. And here it's another growth spot. I think he has a lot of jack or clubs here. I don't think our hands is good. Check club. He could have like some ace high, like ace of club and straight draw though. I think we're gonna call here. King jack. Good bet. Definitely gonna 3-bet against cut up open. We're gonna check behind here. I'm just gonna fold. I was thinking about raising, but this guy never folds to c-bet, so we're just gonna c-bet. I expect him to call a lot with like all kind of air. Here we flop middle set, and we're only losing to jack 10. I'm gonna do a small c-bet. Unfortunately, he has nothing. Ace king against under the gun raise. Definitely gonna put in a 3-bet against a recreational player. Gonna raise a little more. I expect him to have like a small pocket pair here, with the way he just flat called the under the gun raise. It could be trapping too with some stronger hand, but less likely. Oh, this is the same guy who called down our triple barrel yesterday. Oh, he does call. I'm just gonna barrel here because I expect him to have like a lot of small pocket pair as I predicted, and then probably jam the river. Hopefully he doesn't call this time. He did call us our triple barrel in a 3-bet pot yesterday, but that's not gonna stop us from playing the right way. And here we're just gonna bet and then get it in on the river. I don't think we have to call this. If he has queens and kings, you're gonna give him credit. King Jack, and we held. I expect him to have like pocket 7s, 5s, pocket 7, pocket 8s, pocket 5s very often here. He could obviously have pocket 9s, but chances are low. And then if he call again, we're just gonna jam the river, which is the same play we pulled yesterday against this player. So hopefully he did the correct discipline fold this time. He does call again, then we're just gonna jam, as we say we will do. He was just gonna fold. Hopefully he does the right play today. Yesterday he overcalled with jacks. It does work today. Hello. This once again proof what I said yesterday. Like when you think like you're doing a plus EV play, and then like your opponent just never have the nutty range, then you can just abuse it like super hard. Unfortunately, like yesterday, he did call us down with pocket jacks, which is exactly what we put him on. Like jacks was like the top of his range. Here, ace king suited, we're never folding, so we're actually just gonna put it all in and hopefully. Yeah. Good luck to us. Jacks. Are we gonna win? No, we don't. Oh, we do. Nice river. Here we only beat ace king. Just gonna call and then see what he does on the turn. Good thing that we finally win a flip. I've been losing like a lot of flips recently. And then here we turn the set. I'm trying to think if we should bet this. Flush draw out there. Actually, I like checking behind here. We're gonna check behind actually. That's a very good river. And then hopefully he bluff at it with ace king. He could have some ace queen as well. Just hopefully that he bets, and then we'll see how much he bets and decide if we want to jam. Yeah, we have been losing like a lot of flips recently, and I think we lost like 3 or 4 flips in a row. Finally, was able to win one. He overbets. No reason to jam. I'm trying to think if he's gonna call a jam with worse. He doubled the pot bet, we're just gonna fold. And here we got check raise, we're just gonna call with aces. We're just gonna call. Hopefully he doesn't have a set. He has a lower set. Wow, that's really weird the way he played the hand. Like he should totally barrel the turn there. I don't see any reason to check the turn there. Doesn't make any sense. Here. Here we're actually gonna check behind. Just playing like we have like jacks and queens and we're afraid of the king. And then that way he might bluff the river here. It's a possibility. And then if he has something like pocket 7 or pocket 6s, we lose the minimum by pot controlling. Because he did check raise us on the flop, so he could have definitely have a set here. We're not folding to that. See, like we induced the bluff. If we just bet the turn, then we'll never get that extra $80 on the river. It's such a small bet, but really hate folding, but I think we have to fold. Trying to pull out the hand. Obviously the client. Here with the open, they were gonna start betting a little bit. Ace-7 is just gonna fold. Here we flop the non-flush draw. I'm trying to explain what our process, but the hands just got us really busy. We're gonna put in a 3-bet here, and here we're just gonna check behind. Is it okay to barrel? We can barrel the turn, but I think when he called the flop, he has a lot of kings, so he's never folding that, so it's okay to just check. And we don't get there. Here is pretty good flop for aces. Just gonna go for a small c-bet. And here we're just gonna fold to a 4-bet. We're just gonna fold. Got called fairly quickly. Gonna bet the turn and get it in on the river. If it's not like another queen or something. If it's another king or queen, that would really suck. Oh, that's a perfect river, just gonna get it in. If he had a set, he had a set. He'll have like a lot of king queen, ace queen here. And I don't expect him to fold ace queen, king queen. If he does, he wouldn't have this fish tack. Oh, he does fold. Oh, that's surprising. Okay. So here in this hand, just gonna go over real quick. Hopefully the action led us to explain what's going on. So he raised under the gun, and then we 3-bet him. And he called, so his range is like ace x, like super strong ace. Ace king I expect him to 4-bet. So most likely it's just ace king, ace queen, ace jack.
I know this because I've seen this in my life.
And then on the flop he check, and then we do a small c-bet, and then he check raise. He's like wrapping like pocket 10, pocket jacks here. But obviously we beat that, so it's easy for us to call. Of course he can have like some sets like 7s, pocket 7, pocket 6s, sometimes too. But when you have aces and then people flop a set on you, there's just nothing you can do. You just have to lose your stack. Unless you're playing like 300 big blind, 200 big blind or something, then you have to play a little bit more careful. We're gonna check here. So we decided to call, and then on the turn he check. When the king come and he check, so he's playing like he have jacks. He has pocket jacks, pocket 10s. We're just gonna fold here. So on the turn he's saying that he has pocket jacks, pocket 10s, and then the king scared him. And then he could also play this way if he has like pocket 7 and 6s for a set. He could definitely play this way. So for us, there's no reason to bet here, because we can definitely have a lot of ace king here. If we bet, like we pocket jack and pocket 10s are folding, and then if he has like something that crush us like 7s and 6s, if we bet, he would just check jam, and then we basically just get it in with like 10% equity. Like we're only 10% against a set. So here like betting is a mistake, I think, because if he has like any kind of king queen, he's never check raising the flop. I'm just gonna fold everything just to finish this hand. So he'll never check raise with like king queen here, so king doesn't benefit him, especially after he checked. So after he checked the turn, he either has a set which is like pocket 7, pocket 6s for traps, or he has like pocket jacks or pocket 10s for value, but he's afraid of the king. So betting here is a mistake. And then against pocket jack and pocket 10, like he's running like 10%, so he only has 10% against our hand, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But when he has a set, like he's crushing us with 90%, and then we only have 10% against the set. So here checking is definitely the best play. Betting could be a mistake, I think. And then when the river comes, it's obviously in air. And then he decided to go for an 84. So when he checked the turn and bet the river, he's saying he has pocket 7s and pocket 6s. But with just because the way we play the hand, like we pot control it pretty well, so we are totally okay losing like it's like what, $70, $80. We're totally okay losing $150 in this pot with aces against a set, because we still save money, right? Because we're supposed to lose all the stack, which is 240. But by playing this way, even if he had a set here, we are only losing $150. So that's $150 versus $240. So that's $90 we saved here if he had a set, right? And then by checking the turn, you also induce him to bluff. So like he just basically bluff us, drawing that on the turn. So that's what the check on the turn did to him. Yeah, that's pretty much explained it. If you have questions, just comments below. Here we're not gonna fold yet to that bet. Here we're just gonna c-bet with the backdoor flush draw and the gauche straight draw. And we're gonna check again. I feel like he has like a lot of king queen here as well. Really want to call, but if we call, pot will be 70, 76. If we call, pot will be like 120, and then he only has 140 behind, so he could very much jam the river for a bluff, and then I don't think we can call it, so it's just folding is fine. Pocket 4 is normally a fold in this spot, but against a fish player, just decide to call and then try to flop a set. Blind has pretty high 3-bet range, 3-bet rate though. That like this is a problem calling with pocket 4s here. Like I would normally like never do this. I did it because the razor is like a fish, so I decided to take a chance. But this is like something I wouldn't do normally, especially with people in the blind has a high 3-bet percentage, which is gonna get squeezed a lot. But in this spot, like he 3-bet and this guy called, we just have to call, because you know pot odds is just right. If we hit a set, we can win a lot of money. So let's see if we can get there. Give us a 4 on the flop, and then we do get there. That's nice. So we're destined to make like a lot of money here, because he's never 3-betting light, because he raised under the gun and then we called. So he has a real hand here, like ace king a lot. Since he checked, he doesn't have pocket aces, pocket kings, so we're just gonna bet pretty big here. We just take it down, which is fine. But that's a problem with calling with small pocket pairs. When there's blind to act behind you, you're just gonna get like 3-bet off your hand quite often, and it's never profitable. Like overall, it's just like a negative EV play. So I normally never do that. But against a fish, like you know, I like to take our chances. Against that sizing recreational player, it's okay to call. Opening this straight draw and the backdoor flush draw is good. We're actually just gonna check. I don't think c-betting will get them to fold that much. Against these, I just really want to just check raise, but maybe next time. And here's a perfect card to barrel actually to try to bet and take it away. And here against under the gun raise, we're just gonna put in a 3-bet. Have to be extremely careful if he 4-bets or call. Pretty good flop for 6s. Just gonna go for a small c-bet and should work most of the time. Here with pocket 8s against this player, we're just gonna put in a 3-bet. We're pretty deep. Unfortunately, we got called. We're only beating a flush draw here. Just gonna check behind and then proceed the river. And flush gets there, like we don't beat nothing now. We're just gonna check behind. I expect him to have a lot of queen. Almost like 95% of the time he has a queen here. He does. And here, on this flop, we have the gut shot. We block. We obviously block 10-8. We're just gonna check, and maybe we'll check call once or twice, depending on the action. He bet about half the pot. We're actually just gonna fold here because out of position we're kind of deep. Pocket 8s don't have that much potential except hitting a 10. And then when the 10 hits, he could easily have king queen in his calling range. So our hands is almost like never good. If we hit like the best card, which is the 10, he could very much have king queen and then had us crushed, and then we'll lose the entire stack. So it's probably just smart to just fold. We got bugged out here. Here against this guy, we're just gonna put in a check raise. Because we have all the 8s and knights. We have all the 8 knights. All the jack 10. And he doesn't. We just pick up the pot, which is nice. Here, two-way, ace-5. I just don't like ace-5 offsuit against two players out of position. Under the gun raise, we're not gonna call with jack ace suited. Just gonna fold. I was gonna open with 10-6 suited. It's a little bit loose. Queen 9 off, we definitely gonna defend our blind position. Just gonna fold. We have like no playability. Mid-raise, we're gonna see a flop with 6-5 off. Here with middle pair, we're just gonna check behind. King Queen gets there, A9 gets there. We're gonna start betting here though. We flop a gotcha straight draw. We're just gonna check behind with the backdoor flush draw. We're not gonna get too much credit for a big hand here when we bet, and expect to get check raised a lot. Here against a 3-bet and then call, we're just gonna fold. That's definitely a card we can rep, so just gonna start betting here. Just gonna fold here. Queen 10 suited is gonna open at the cutoff. Ace Jack suited on the button, definitely gonna open. We get 3-bet. We can 4-bet here. I don't like calling. Just gonna fold here. And here we are small blind against cutoff. Ace 9 suited is definitely okay to 3-bet. Folding is fine as well, but a little bit weak. Offsuit probably just fold. Flop top here, top kicker. Just gonna do a small c-bet. Actually, we're a little bit deeper, so let's do like a little over half the pot. Here against a Fisher player who never folds to his 3-bet, we're just gonna put in a 3-bet, obviously. And here we turned a flush draw. We're just gonna check, and then most likely check calling. And here we turned the gotshot straight draw. We're just gonna try to take it away. Pretty shitty river. Just gonna check, and hopefully he only has like a pocket pair or something, or like a pair. 43. Here we turn the king. Just gonna bet pretty big here. I feel like he can have like a lot of diamond draw, but this is really brutal run now for our hands. We really don't beat much, but diamond draw. And here, check. We're just gonna fold here, actually. And here, it's a pretty good run now for our hands. Both flush draw misses, straight draw misses. Against this station type of player, we're gonna try to bet like 80. Got snap called. I expect to see a lot of king queen here with the way he played. King queen, king jack, maybe king queen. Oh, pocket jack, holy shit. He's really bad. I expect to see like at least king queen here. When he check called turn and river pretty big, he need to like have at least king queen. Here, we're just gonna keep barreling. Pretty good card for our range. Oh shit, we are out of time. Oopsie. Guess wasn't meant to be. Just gonna fold. Yeah, calling here with jacks just don't make any sense. I mean, I guess he could put us on like a flush draw or something, flush draw, straight draw, kind of similarly to how we put how we proceed the hands, like both draws misses, all the draws misses, flush draw, hearts misses, spades misses, open-ended misses. So he probably thought the same and then decided to call with jacks, thinking that we might be bluffing, which makes sense. I guess it wasn't that bad after I look at it the second time, but that was still like a hero call though. Like pocket jacks doesn't beat anything there. Good for us. We got maximum value from kings. I mean maximum value from jacks. That pot was relatively big. That was like a, what was it? It's like a $260 pot. pretty happy with the result. Here, facing this place. Oh, just gonna fall. Here he called turn bet, and then river is a king. Just gonna check. Hopefully he has like a pocket pair. Here we're calling with the ace. He has a better nine. Okay, nice hand. Definitely checking again. 2 flush draw out there. I expect him to bet a lot. We're not folding yet though. Just gonna check. He could be barreling with flush draw, so if he bets the river, we might have to consider calling. I hope he just give up though. He did check. He did give up, which is nice. And he does have a draw, a flush draw. Pick up the flush draw on the turn, so he barrel. Makes sense. Good thing he gave up, because if he bet again, we probably have to call, but it's always okay to take free pot. When he bet, like there's always a chance that we'll fold. So I always prefer him to just give up, even though we can get more money from bluff if he bluffs. I expect him to barrel here a lot with king queen, queen 10, king 10. So we probably have to call again if you barrel. Really wanted to call. Don't think he has much here. I mean, if he could have like ace jack and queens plus, but he should be scared of this river. So betting, I guess he could have like, he's wrapping 10-8. Really tempting to call. Yeah, we're actually gonna go for it. He could have ace jack here, he could have queens plus, but I just see a lot of king queen, king 10, queen 10 type of hand. He has trips, holy shit. Oops. Here, we're just gonna fold. Nice bet, sir. But yeah, I just expecting to bluffing there in a pretty high frequency. That's why we called. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that time for us, but doesn't mean that it won't next time. We're originally gonna 3-bet. This guy 3-bet already. We can consider putting a 4-bet. Probably next time though. Here we turn an ace. I don't see any reason to bet here. He could obviously have a 9, and then if he has like anything else, most likely just gonna fold. So I think checking is probably smarter, like a better decision. That way he might bluff the river. If he doesn't, we can always like try to value bet, and then he might call like a little bit lighter. Play almost 1,000 hands. Probably gonna wrap up the session pretty quickly. Pretty soon. Ace King suited, definitely gonna 3-bet. Gonna make it a little bigger. Pocket 5's definitely gonna overcall. Hopefully we don't get squeezed. We don't. Got called by a fish player. Not the greatest flop, not the worst though. Against 2-player, we're actually just gonna check and give up here. A little bit too ambitious to try to bluff 2 players. Against under the gun raise, we're gonna put in a huge 3-bet. Here we flop top pair. Probably just gonna check behind here. Oh, we're just gonna fold here. And here, actually we're gonna do a C-bet. Gonna bet pretty big here. Pick up extra equity. Got shot straight draw. Gonna continue to barrel. Charging flush draws. Fold. I guess this is okay to fold jacks here. Under the gun raise, plus 1 3-bet. Yeah, we're actually just gonna fold jacks here. Kinda suck, but his range is super strong, and then we're pretty deep. Out of position, it'll be really hard to play unless we hit our jack. No matter like if we don't hit our jack, doesn't matter what the board is, it will be very difficult for us to play. Not gonna fold yet. Check behind. I expect Ace King to be the best hand here sometimes. We don't. We don't have the best hand, which is okay. Okay, let's see how we did today. Up almost $800. Our expected value was 740, so pretty close. We run a little better than our EV. Let's see. The biggest hand we lost. This is Jack versus Ace King suit. That's pretty standard. Okay, let's go to the next one. Another jacks, 3-bet. This is pretty standard as well. We're never folding on this flop. Okay. Didn't really make much mistakes. Okay. Pretty good session overall. Finally win some coin flips, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the session today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.